Hey there friends, welcome back. Before we start today's video, I want to share a real story with you. A story that happened to someone just like us. It's truly heartbreaking, and it's something every single one of us should take seriously. There was a gentleman, let's call him Mr. Chen. He was 60 years old. He worked hard his entire life. He was only a few years away from finally being able to retire, enjoy life, spend time with his grandkids. But instead of getting his retirement check, he got a cold, hard piece of paper from the hospital, advanced liver cancer. Now, here's the thing. His body had actually been sending out alarms for years. During a routine checkup a while back, doctors told him he had cirrhosis, scarring of the liver, along with an enlarged spleen and a condition called portal hypertension, which is high blood pressure in the vein that goes into the liver. But friends, do you know something? There's one organ in our body that is famous for being a tough guy. It's also the most silent organ, and that's our liver. Mr. Chen felt, okay, he could eat, he could sleep. Sure, he got tired a little more easily, but he thought to himself, cirrhosis, lots of older folks have that. So he didn't really follow up, he didn't get treated, and by doing that, he missed the golden window for early intervention. Then recently, he started having black tarry stools, and he started losing weight really fast without even trying. That's when he realized something was very, very wrong. He rushed to the hospital, but by that time, it was already too late. The scan showed that inside his liver, a tumor had grown, about the size of a fist. When he heard that news, he was so shocked that he actually passed out. And later, lying in that hospital bed, all he could do was cry, hit his chest, and over through his tears. He kept saying, if only I had taken that cirrhosis seriously earlier, would things be different today, friends? When you hear that story, doesn't it make your heart tighten? I feel the same way. It's so sad, isn't it? Mr. Chen's story with the heaviest price possible is telling us a cruel truth. So many cases of liver cancer are actually something we drag along ourselves step by step. By ignoring the early whispers. Liver cancer is one of the most common cancers in the world. It's extremely dangerous, and the risk of death is very, very high. In fact, it's already become the third leading cause of cancer death globally. A very reputable medical journal even predicted that in the next few years, both the number of new liver cancer cases and the number of deaths will double. And why is liver cancer so terrifying? The main reason is that it's incredibly sneaky. It's like the most skilled spy you can imagine. It's really good at hiding and pretending inside our body. In the early stages, it often makes almost no noise at all. We might just feel a little more tired than usual or lose a little weight without trying really vague, non-specific signals. And also, the inside of our liver doesn't have pain nerves, so even if a tumor is growing quietly inside, we usually don't feel any pain. But friends, even the most silent organ uses body language to ask for help. Even the sneakiest spy eventually slips up. So what if I told you that when our liver, this most silent, most patient organ starts to harden and get sick, it actually sends out signals through the most visible part of our body, our head. Would you believe that, friends? I promise you. I'm not trying to scare you or exaggerate. In today's video, I'm going to be a health detective for you. We're going to fully uncover the most surprising and most easily missed health clues connecting your liver and your head. This video today is packed with a lot of important information. First, I'm going to use a simple everyday example to explain to you really clearly just how important your liver is inside your body and why when it gets sick it often goes from 0 to 100 without much warning. Then, and this is the most important, the core part of today's video, we're going to go through one by one those 4 abnormal signals on your head that might mean your liver is crying for help, that it's starting to harden. We're going to uncover them completely. I'll show you in the simplest way possible exactly what to look for in your eyes, on your scalp, even in your nose and your gums. These distress signals, after that, we're going to expose one hidden cause of liver cancer, one that's most easily missed. This hidden cause is actually even more dangerous than the hepatitis B virus or alcohol, and many of my patients who are careful with their money might be eating it every single day without knowing it. But even more importantly, I'm not just going to point out problems. At the end of this video, I'm going to teach you a complete set of 4 golden habits to protect your liver. These are practical, evidence-based methods that can fundamentally help you guard your liver, protect your liver, and stay away from liver cancer. Think of it as the most valuable tool in your toolbox, a strong firewall for your life. So please today, make sure you watch until the end. Take this most important wisdom for your future health and happiness, bring it home with you. Before we dive into the topic, if you want to have a healthy, strong little liver, please click that subscribe button down below and turn on the little bell. That way, our health classroom won't lose you. And if you like what we're sharing today, please leave the words liver health in the comments below, so we can encourage each other on this health journey. All right, before we reveal those forehead warning signs, we need to build a really important foundation. We need to understand how your body works. Only then can we understand why a liver that lives in your belly could affect your head, which is far away. You can imagine your body as a huge, super complicated, ultra precise factory. It runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, never stops. And our liver, it's the largest, busiest, most essential processing center and head engineer in that factory. This head engineer, not just the engineer, has also the janitor, the warehouse manager, the quality control person. He wears many hats. Has the busiest department in our body, has in charge of detoxification, breaking down the medications we take, the alcohol we drink, the pollution we breathe in, breaking down all those toxic substances one by one, has in charge of metabolism, processing the nutrients we absorb and turning them into forms our body can actually use. Has also in charge of synthesis, making the cement our blood needs to clot, and making bile, that's the detergent our body uses to digest fats. And finally, has in charge of storage, turning extra energy into something called glycogen, storing it like a strategic food reserve. You see, this head engineer's job is huge. Whether our body can work properly, it almost all depends on him. But just like we said at the beginning, this head engineer has one very frustrating love-hate characteristic. He tolerates too much. His office, the inside of the liver, doesn't have pain alarms. No pain nerves. So even if he's already inflamed, that's hepatitis because of our bad habits. Even if the walls of the factory are starting to crack and scar, that's fibrosis. Even if the whole structure is turning hard and rock, that's cirrhosis. He often doesn't make a sound. We don't feel obvious pain like a stomach ache or a headache, and liver cancer, that most terrible enemy, is really good at using this silent characteristic of our head engineer to sneak up on us. According to statistics, in many populations, up to 80% of liver cancer patients have a history of hepatitis B. A lot of people, because they didn't get regular checkups or treatment when they were younger, that virus hides inside our silent head engineer's body for decades, slowly turning inflammation into scarring and scarring into cirrhosis. And then right on top of that damaged, crumbling factory, a cancer tumor grows. There's a saying, from hepatitis B to liver cancer only takes 3 steps: hepatitis, cirrhosis, liver cancer. And cirrhosis is the most critical, most dangerous turning point in the middle. Once our liver reaches cirrhosis, it means our immune system can no longer effectively clean out mutated cells. Our liver function has already dropped significantly, and at that point, he is only 1 step away from failure or cancer. All right, now that we understand this scary process, let's put on our professional detective glasses one by one and look clearly. When our silent head engineer is about to give out, about to harden, what 4 distress signals will show up on our head far away? The first one, and the most obvious, the most telling signal, is yellowing of our sclera. Simply put, the white part of our eye turns yellow. Friends, right now you can grab a mirror or ask a family member to take a look for you. Look at the side of your eyeball. That part that should be pure white, is it starting to show a faint yellow tint? Does it look a little bit like old newspaper, kind of yellow and dull? If you're sure you haven't been eating a lot of carrots or papaya recently, those can temporarily turn your skin a little yellow. Then yellowing of the white of your eye is something you should take very, very seriously. This is often a sign that the production line inside your liver that handles yellow waste has broken down. That yellow waste is called bilirubin. It's what's left over after your old red blood cells break down, and it's actually toxic. Normally, your healthy liver acts like a recycling plant. It captures that yellow waste, processes it, turns it into a main ingredient in bile, and then sends it through your bile ducts to your gut and finally out of your body in your stool. That's why your healthy poop is brown. But once your liver is severely damaged from inflammation, cirrhosis, or even a tumor, that recycling plant goes on strike. It can't process that yellow waste anymore. Those unprocessed yellow toxins back up into your blood like a mudslide from a garbage mountain. The level of bilirubin in your blood shoots up, your blood turns yellowish, circulates through your whole body, and the whites of your eyes, because they have lots of tiny blood vessels and are white to begin with, show that yellow first very clearly. That's what we doctors call jaundice. I once met a patient, a gentleman in his 50s. He drove a cab for a living, very hard worker. He always thought he was pretty healthy, but he did notice he got tired easily and his urine was always really dark yellow. He just thought it was a common cab driver problem. Too much heat in his body and not enough water. But then one day he happened to look in his rearview mirror and notice his eye whites looked kind of yellow. At first he thought he was just seeing things, but when he got home, his wife took one look and was shocked. She said, "Your eyes are so yellow. You look like you're turning into a different person." That's when he realized something was seriously wrong. He rushed to the hospital. His blood test showed his liver enzymes and bilirubin were off the charts. An ultrasound showed a pretty large tumor inside his liver. The doctor told him very regretfully, "Your liver has been sending you warning signs through your urine and your eyes for a long time." That dark urine and those yellow eyes were your liver leaking yellow toxins. "How long did you think it was just heat?" Mr. Chen, the cab driver, felt awful. He couldn't even speak from regret. So friends, if the white part of your eyes stays yellow, and especially if it also comes with some things we've mentioned in previous videos, dark tea-colored urine, fatigue, loss of appetite, itchy skin, please see a doctor right away and get your liver function checked. All right, we've talked about the eyes. Now let's look at the second signal. This one we have to feel, it's dizziness. Dizziness is also a very common problem. Didn't sleep well, low blood pressure, inner ear problem. All kinds of things can cause dizziness. But if you notice that your dizziness has no clear cause and it happens often in the morning when you wake up or when you stand up, like the room is spinning and you feel unsteady, then you need to be careful. This could be a sign that your liver disease is affecting your whole blood circulation system. Think of your liver as an important relay station and regulator for your blood circulation. When your liver hardens from cirrhosis, it becomes like a stiff sponge. When your blood tries to flow back to your heart, it has a really hard time getting through. The pressure in your abdominal blood vessels, that's portal hypertension, goes up, and this affects your whole body's circulation and blood pressure stability. When blood doesn't flow smoothly, your brain, the highest command center, might not get enough blood or oxygen, and that can cause dizziness or vertigo. I remember one of my patient's moms, let's call her Mrs. Wang. She was a carrier of hepatitis B for about a year. She kept complaining that when she woke up in the morning, she felt dizzy. She needed to sit on the edge of the bed for a while before she dared to stand up. She always thought it was just because she was getting older, low blood pressure, or orthostatic hypotension. That dizziness from standing up too fast, but then during a routine liver ultrasound follow-up, her doctor discovered that her cirrhosis had gotten significantly worse compared to the year before, and she even had a little bit of fluid starting to build up in her belly. Her doctor told her that her morning dizziness was very likely related to her worsening cirrhosis affecting blood flow back to her heart. So friends, if you have unexplained, ongoing dizziness, don't take it lightly. Make sure to put your liver on the list of possible suspects. Now, the third signal, this one might surprise you even more. It's itching on your scalp. Scalp itch. The first thing most of us think is, oh, I need to wash my hair, or I have dandruff, or maybe a skin condition. But friends, if you notice your scalp itch is really stubborn, you've tried all kinds of dandruff shampoos, you've used all kinds of creams and ointments, nothing works, and you're itching so much that you actually scratch your scalp raw and it bleeds, then this might not be a scalp problem at all. It might be a sign that your liver's detox function is failing. Remember earlier, your liver is your body's central detox center. When your liver isn't working right, especially when bile isn't flowing smoothly, toxins build up in your blood. For example, bile acids, like we mentioned earlier, those toxins travel through your blood to your whole body and your scalp because it has lots of hair follicles and oil glands. And very rich blood flow is especially sensitive to those toxins in your blood. Those toxins irritate the nerve endings in your scalp, triggering that maddening, stubborn, relentless itch. They can even affect your scalp's normal function, leading to more dandruff than usual or even inflammation. So if you have stubborn scalp itching, that just won't go away no matter what you try from the skin doctor, and especially if it comes with the yellow eyes or fatigue we talked about earlier, then please go get your liver checked. All right, now the fourth and final signal, this one is related to another important function of your liver. Its ability to make things, specifically bleeding from your nose or gums for no clear reason. Have you noticed that lately, when you brush your teeth in the morning, your gums bleed really easily, and once they start, it's hard to get them to stop, or you get random nosebleeds for no reason, or you notice random bruises on your body. Big dark purple patches, you just lightly bump your hip on the corner of your desk and a huge bruise shows up. If so, pay attention. This could be a sign that the production line inside your liver that makes clotting factors, the cement and superglue for your blood, has gone on strike. The most important clotting factors in your body, the things that stop you from bleeding, almost all of them are made by your liver. So once your liver is damaged by severe hepatitis, cirrhosis, or even a tumor, it can't make enough of those clotting factors anymore. Your body's ability to clot becomes very, very poor. It's like a dam with cracks it can't hold. Even a tiny bump or a gentle thing like brushing your teeth in areas with lots of tiny blood vessels, like your gums and your nose, you'll bleed easily and the bleeding won't stop. I once met a patient, a very diligent mom. She took really good care of her teeth, floss, mouthwash, everything, but for about 6 months, every morning when she brushed her teeth, the foam she spit out was always pink, always had blood in it. She just thought it was too much heat in her body, so she drank all kinds of herbal teas, the bitter kind. But the more she drank, the more tired she got. Then she went for a physical when her blood work came back. Her doctor saw that her clotting function was dangerously abnormal. They did an abdominal ultrasound, and that's when they found a tumor in her liver. It was already large enough to be affecting her clotting function. That bleeding from her gums, it was never heat. It was her body losing its ability to stop bleeding. All right, we've covered these 4 really important head warning signs. I believe by now everyone has a much fuller picture of what your liver's distress signals look like. But friends, knowing the signals isn't enough. Even more important is that we need to remove the bomb that's actually making our liver sick in the first place. We just mentioned hepatitis B virus and alcohol are the 2 biggest causes of liver cancer, but there's another one, the most easily missed, but possibly more common and more dangerous hidden killer, and that's aflatoxin. Friends, let me say this again and again and again. Aflatoxin is one of the most powerful cancer-causing chemicals ever discovered on Earth. Its toxicity is 68 times stronger than arsenic, dozens of times stronger than cobra venom. Even a tiny amount, if you take it in, can trigger cancer in your body. And the organ it loves to attack the most is our most silent, hardest working liver. Studies have found that in areas where aflatoxin exposure is high, the risk of liver cancer is 3 to 5 times higher than in low exposure areas. Why? Because your liver is the main place that processes aflatoxin. As soon as your liver cells touch aflatoxin, they can die or become inflamed. If your liver is attacked by this super toxic substance day after day over a long time, then of course it's much more likely to develop cirrhosis and then liver cancer. And here's the even scarier part, this poison king is really tough. It's very heat resistant. You have to heat it to over 540 degrees Fahrenheit, that's over 280 degrees Celsius, to destroy it. Regular cooking at home, stir-frying, boiling soup, using a rice cooker, those temperatures are only around 200 to 212 degrees Fahrenheit at most. That won't kill it at all. So where does this terrible poison king like to hide? Please write this down and remember it. Number 1, peanuts, soybeans, nuts, any grains that are rich in starch and oil that have been stored for too long, especially in our warm, humid climates. That's paradise for aflatoxin to grow. Number 2, old rice that has a stale smell. Number 3, homemade peanut oil, the kind pressed the old-fashioned way in rural areas because the raw ingredients might not be properly screened. Moldy peanuts can easily get pressed right into that oil. Number 4, chopsticks and cutting boards that we've used for a long time. If they aren't cleaned well, those little cracks are perfect hiding spots for mold to grow, including aflatoxin producing mold. So friends, please remember, if any food smells even slightly moldy or tastes bitter, spit it out immediately and rinse your mouth with water. Don't think, oh, it's just a little bit, that's probably fine. That little bit can contain millions or billions of toxin particles. And don't think you can just cut off the moldy part and eat the rest. The mold you see with your eyes is just the tip of the iceberg. The threads of the fungus, the mycelium, and the invisible toxins have already spread throughout that whole peanut, that whole ear of corn. All right, we've covered a lot today. I believe everyone now has a very complete understanding of how to protect your little liver. So at the end of our video, let me teach you how can you be the best guardian for your liver. These are today's most valuable tools, the 4 golden habits to protect your liver. Golden habit number 1, regular checkups. Don't miss any clue. I have to say this again and again, the liver is a silent organ. The only way to find problems early is through regular health checkups. I sincerely recommend that everyone over 40 every year Your checkup must include the two most important liver tests, blood tests for liver enzymes, that's ALT and AST, and alpha fetoprotein or AFP, plus an abdominal ultrasound. Blood tests are like looking at the factory's performance report, seeing if the workers are hurt. An abdominal ultrasound is like sending a drone to fly over the factory and look directly at its structure, any illegal construction, any tumors. Both tests are essential, and if you're a carrier of hepatitis B or C, these tests are absolutely non-negotiable. Golden habit number 2. Remove the poisons from your diet. Watch your mouth to keep your liver factory from working overtime and burning out. We need to stop sending poison into it. Please remember these most liver-damaging poisons. Number 1, alcohol. Number 2, moldy food, aflatoxin, like we just talked about again and again. Number 3, too much sugar and fried foods. Those are the main drivers of fatty liver disease. Number 4, medications and supplements from unknown sources. Taking random pills is like forcing your liver to play Russian roulette. Avoid these landmines. Eat fresh vegetables and fruits. That's the best, most direct way to lighten your liver's workload. Golden habit number 3, a regular schedule. Give your liver rest. What your liver needs and loves most is rest, especially when we sleep at night. That's the most important time for your liver to repair itself and remove toxins. So please try to avoid staying up late. Develop a regular sleep schedule. In my experience, long-term stress, anxiety, and anger can also hurt your liver. Learning to relax and keeping a calm, peaceful mood is also a very important way to protect your liver. Golden habit number 4, and this is really important, be careful with medications. Follow your doctor's advice. Almost everything we put in our body has to be processed by the liver. So please remember, any medication, whether it's Western medicine, herbal medicine, or a supplement, should be taken under the guidance of a doctor or pharmacist. Please don't be your own doctor or listen to random home remedies. And use your most precious liver as a guinea pig, like tasting 100 herbs to see what happens. All right, friends, today on this very important topic of liver warning signs, let me do a quick recap of the 4 key points from today. Point 1, we need to recognize that the liver is a silent organ. When it's sick, it doesn't scream in pain, but it does send distress signals through our body, especially through changes in our head. We need to learn to be good detectives. Point 2, we need to pay close attention to these 4 abnormal signals from our head: yellowing of the whites of your eyes, unexplained dizziness, stubborn scalp itching, and easy bleeding from your gums or nose. Point 3, we need to be very, very careful about that hidden liver cancer killer, aflatoxin. Never eat any moldy food. Point 4, we need to use the 4 golden habits to protect our liver and take active control of our health. Regular checkups. Remove poisons from your diet, regular sleep schedule and stress management, and careful medication use. Friends, don't wait until your liver is in so much pain it can't even make a sound, until it's so exhausted it goes on strike, until it's crying yellow tears. That's jaundice before you finally notice. Starting today, let's learn together to be the most careful, most alert, most skilled detectives. Let's read every tiny distress signal our body sends, especially from our head. I hope today's video truly helps you. If you like what we shared today, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with all your family and friends who you care about. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, if you're dealing with any health concerns, please schedule a visit with your primary care doctor. I'm here to help you understand the science, not replace professional medical advice. Take care, friends.